your state of the channel address. It's a little cheesy, but it's a good chance for me to share briefly here what kind of some things that have been going on and to share some thank yous and shout outs and what the channel is going to be doing here in the near future. I thought I'd spend a couple minutes on that and then share, so it still stays video game related, share some of my favorite games that came out in 2014. I have a list right here, or not a list, I have the actual games right here. So we'll get to those here in just a couple minutes. Wrote a couple things I want to mention on the back of this nice mail here. So, okay, yeah, it's just 5 things, so I'm just going to shoot through them really rapidly here because this is the boring part. But it's also kind of important, so that's why I'm throwing it in the before we get to the games. First of all, just a huge thanks to all the new subscribers. I noticed, let's see, October, November, December of last year, 2014 now, actually quite a few subscribers, new subscribers to the channel. And just the fact that you guys and gals think that this, my videos, as dumb as they are worth your time, does mean a lot, and I do want to say a big sincere thanks to everybody who has subscribed here lately, because there's just a big list of new subscribers. So if you're a new guy, thank you, welcome, and thanks for thinking that some of these videos are worth your time. Maybe not this one, but most of my other ones are worth your time. And even a bigger, huge, mega thanks to those of you who have been here for a while. I think we started this channel, myself, this channel, April of 2013, so it's almost 2 full years at the time of this video. It's maybe 2 months or so to go. So, definitely, we almost got 100, and that's a lot more, a hole in my jeans there. That's a lot more than I thought I would get. So, if you've been here for even a longer time, mega thanks to you guys. Next item here. Last year I kind of made a personal goal for myself to get 100 new games in my collection. And unlike some collectors out there who just want games, you got to fill up their shelves, you got to get every single NES game. Even though you'll probably never play some of those, that's not me. I get games I actually want to play, that I enjoy playing, or that I know that I'll sit down and play in the future. If it's a game that I'm not really intrigued in, or if I know that I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to get it. Game collecting is not that important. So with the 100 plus new games that I got in the collection, I think my overall total, I will have to do an official count, and I'll leave a count as to what games, how many games from which system on my Twitter, which you can follow me at Kyle. 325, then another underscore on Twitter. I'm more active on there. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as well, but I just don't visit those a whole lot. Whereas Twitter, it's a lot more one-on-one. So yeah, at Kyle underscore 325 underscore. Someone already had Kyle underscore 325. I don't get it. I couldn't just do one underscore. As far as the channel itself, I mentioned, if anyone's been around a while, on the 50th video I did kind of a questions and answers. Only had a couple of questions really from YouTube or social media. A lot of the other ones just came from coworkers I talked to. Is like, hey, if you could ask a question, what would it be? So one of the things I mentioned is I want to do a couple of new series, rather than just system overviews and my personal game recommendations or hidden gems, things like those. And I mentioned one about a horror series, and a couple of games that I picked up in last year's 100 plus game hunt were some horror games, and I kind of want to do something with like some cheesy, bad horror games, as well as actual like good, decent horror games. So I have a few of those now. I'll begin shooting some of those in the near future. I just need to get a particular costume. Unfortunately, kind of being jobless at the moment. By the way, end of the year, the place that I worked at closed down, so I kind of been jobless here for the last 2 weeks or so. But we're searching, so I probably won't get a chance responsible with what little money that I have left. I'm going to be kind of responsible. So, but that's still coming. I haven't forgot about that. That's been back in my mind for a while now. Also going to do a fun little series with Game Time with the Gang. Some of my buddies coming over and play some games. We'll capture some footage. We'll do it in a fun, unique way. We've seen a little bit with them with my Hidden Gems, GameCube Hidden Gems, some 2 Pac-Man versus. I actually played with 2 other players. We did some Pac-Man versus for the GameCube. Fun game, by the way. Check that video out too. But I want to get them, and we'll do a few more games. I think it's just interesting enough banter and some commentary from a couple of the buddies that I game with on a regular basis that I think it could be kind of entertaining. So I'll leave those videos probably on this channel, some of them, but some of them can get maybe a little bit longer or a little bit more profanity filled, at least just a little bit. There might be an F-bomb or 2. That's just the people I hang out with, I guess. So I might, we'll see how it goes, but I might do just a sister channel as well, like Game Time with the Gang. And I'll always provide links in the descriptions to those videos, should we do that. So I think that might be a separate channel or a sub-channel. I think you can do that on YouTube. So I'll investigate in that. Otherwise, this is a great series as well. It's not mine personally, but it's from the Cartridge Brothers. They're going to be doing a fun series. It starts off with Dear Nintendo, but it's going to be kind of just some basic game developers, publishers and whatnot. For example, there's going to be like a Dear Sega, Dear Sony, Dear Microsoft, Capcom, and Konami I think is in that list too, where we're going to sit down. By we, I do mean other channels as well. Just the top of my head, I'm not quite sure who's all involved, so if I'm leaving someone out, my apologies. I'm not sure of the final list, but I do know we're going to get like Buried on Mars. I think J-Rock the Game Rocker is going to be in there. The Atari Creep is going to be doing some, talking some commentary as well. Round 2 Gaming from Round 2 Gaming, I think that should be pretty good. Retro Nonsense. Those are just the ones that I'm aware of. I think there's going to be a few more. If I left anybody out, my apologies. I'm just not sure of the entire list. So I'll provide a link in the description below to the Cartridge Brothers channel. So keep a lookout for that as well. That's going to be coming up. And subscribe to them anyway because they have some great content. Which brings me to one other thing I want to mention. Starting with this video with the Cartridge Brothers in the description below link. I want to kind of promote and give a shout out to some gaming channels that I enjoy that I don't think get enough attention or don't have as many subscribers as they should. And I'm going to be starting that with this video. So from now on, in the description you'll always find a link to some other channels. I definitely recommend checking them out because they have much better. They have better videos than I do. This is crap compared to what some of them do. So, and those are channels that I always enjoy watching. Last thing on the list, we're done here already. Last thing on the list is a game room tour here. I am kind of talking about all the 800 plus video games I have, but I never really showed them off. In a lot of my other videos, you kind of see me sitting in front of my console collection. At least I have, I think 30 now, 30 different video game consoles. I will do again an official count. Not counting handhelds, just the actual systems and consoles. But I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a rearrangement, kind of working on it now in my head. I just got to get some things, and of course that requires money. So we'll have to get to it here in the near future. Right now I always keep my games in kind of some shelves, either in the dresser underneath my bed or whatnot, just for safekeeping. But I'll have them all on display with the systems themselves in the near future. And when that happens, I will definitely do a room tour and kind of show off a lot of my game collection and gaming memorabilia, which I think might come first. Like I'm looking at it right here, just in the background, seeing like a Sonic and Knuckles 3-ring binder that probably came out in the mid-90s that I'm looking at. And I show off some figures and toys and all that fun stuff. So, alright, that does it for the state of the channel address. There we go. There's kind of what everything's up to. So we had, I got a couple good things, if I do say so myself, coming in the near future. Until then, we'll continue to do, hidden gems and system reviews and and some Fantastic Four games, kind of showing off gameplay from 4 particular games for a system, just kind of stuff like that. But there'll actually be other content coming very soon to the channel, so thank you to everybody in advance for that. Alright, games that came out in 2014, I also have some older games that I picked up this year that I thought worth mentioning, so let's go through these rapid fire as well, and then we'll wrap things up. Let's see, Summertime came out. I didn't get a Wii U until November, but this came out this summer, Mario Kart 8. I think it's the best in the series. Love playing this online. It works very well online. Love playing as your Wii characters. Mario Kart Wii actually worked out very well online as well, if you remember that. Also in the summer came out Garden Warfare. It's Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. This is a very unique shooter. I really like it. In fact, I'll even go so far as to say it's actually one of my favorite shooters in quite some time, even though it's third person, because it actually has something a lot of modern shooters don't have, and that's color and personality. And it's just a lot of fun to play. It's unique. And if you like it's not even strategy game that you can get on like mobile devices, Plants vs. Zombies, I think you'll like this. It has a lot of those elements in it, and it's a third-person shooter. And it's a lot of fun. It's very quirky. It's colorful. It's unique. My only downside with this game is it is online only. So if Xbox Live or PSN goes down, you won't be able to play it. So, as with some of these games nowadays. But I like it nonetheless. Speaking of Summertime, we also saw a very ambitious title for the 3DS, Smash Brothers for 3DS. And of course, the sister game, Smash Brothers for Wii U. I got the GameCube back in summer 2002 just to play Smash Brothers on that. The Wii, I actually had the Wii well before that game came out, but Smash was a big reasoning for myself getting a Wii back when they were hard to find. I managed to find one. I think it was about Thanksgiving 2007. They were still very hard to find then. But, and I got a Wii U. Same day, Smash Bros. Wii U came out just to play this game, and I've been enjoying a bunch of other Wii U games as well. That system's been so much fun to play. Speaking of another game, Captain Toad, if you like some good puzzle games, this isn't too challenging, but the puzzles, how they're laid out, is definitely unique. It definitely requires a little bit of brain use. I haven't got too far in the game just because for the Wii U, I've been playing a lot of Card Smash. I've been playing a lot of NES Remix and some of the Mario games that I picked up for the Wii U. So this one's kind of been put on the back burner a little bit, but I played the first chapter too, and I really enjoyed it. Puzzles are really great. It's a charming game all around. I think it's a must-have for the Wii U, quite honestly. Getting to the PS4, this was a re-release, but I tell you what, I paid I think $90 for one of the special editions last year when it came out. I even pre-ordered it. It was Grand Theft Auto 5, and it takes quite a game to make me buy it again at a full $60. But GTA 5 got remastered for Xbox One and the PS4. And if you're wondering, is it worth it? If you already have it for the 360 or PS4, is it worth upgrading? Well, to each his own. I thought it was. I put the game in, and I was blown away by exactly how much detail they added to the game. Draw distance, you can see further into the city. It's a more populated city, a lot more traffic. Even a few new missions. Online play now supports 32 players, whereas the last gen was only 16. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, just the controllers for both Xbox One and PS4. It's just great to sit back with the, look at that, I happen to have a controller here. Controller in hand, you got your little headset hooked up to it, and it's great. I love playing it. It has a great share, or I shouldn't say share, but like the selfies you can take is great. Everything about it's great. It just looks so much better on the PS4 and Xbox One. You wouldn't think it would look that much better, but there definitely is a difference. Oh, and they added a ton of great new music in this game as well. This game's going to be a little bit controversial. Not anyone's going to agree with me on this one, and I understand. I get it. I made fun of Call of Duty quite a bit. This is definitely not one of my favorite series. But this particular game, I happened to got at a local Target in November, kind of after it came out. They were doing a buy two, get one free And I think that's when I got like Mario Kart and the new Super Mario Brothers U. I could not think of a third game to get. I wanted a PS4 game, and none of them were really jumping out at me. And then I remembered, oh, this did come out. It's a little bit different and whatnot, and it was a free game, so take it what you will. Actually enjoyed it. The story, I am not done with the story yet, but it's pretty engaging. It's kind of an interesting story, which Call of Duty is not really known for. I really enjoyed the Black Ops story, and this is really the fourth one I have. Black Ops 2, I enjoyed the zombie mode, the multiplayer more, but the story kind of sucked. Ghost, the story kind of sucked. The multiplayer wasn't great. I liked the maps in Ghost. I thought they were pretty creative. One was like a pirate ship, and one was kind of like a Mexican Day of the Dead theme, and one was Egyptian themed. I thought they were pretty interesting maps. But this one's made by publisher is Sledgehammer. This is actually their first attempt to make Call of Duty, so I don't think we should hate on it a little bit. I think they did a really good first effort for a game. So it's definitely very unique. I brought the controller here because there are a couple digital games on the PS4. One, I can sit here, I can't show it to you, but it's called PT. It's a horror game. It's pretty scary. It's not very big by any means because it's meant to be a short teaser type game. I won't spoil it because I know there might be a couple of you who haven't played through it or don't know what it's about. But let's just say you're not quite sure what it's about or what's going on until the very end. It actually PT does stand for something, but it's a really great teaser for something. And the people behind it and the guy who's the character in the game is just really great surprises. Play start to finish until you get to the end. It should only take probably no longer than an hour. There's some very interesting puzzles that also require some use of your brain. There's some very interesting puzzles. But once you play through it once, you kind of already know because it doesn't change. So subsequent playthroughs should only take about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, somewhere in there. You could probably even shoot through it a lot quicker. I've seen some gameplay of people doing it in like 20 minutes or less. So it's very interesting. It's very worth it. Really enjoyed that. Another fun game that came out in 2014. I really enjoyed the first game. It was called Costume Quest. Costume Quest 2 came out over last Halloween. I just got it recently. It's a lot of fun. This game came out in 2013, but I've been playing it a lot this year. It's a game called Contrast. It's an indie game. It's on the 360 as well. Not sure Xbox One or PC. I'm not sure, but I know it is on PS3, and I know for a fact it is on PS4. Brilliant game. Just look up you're already on YouTube. Look up the trailer for the game. It's just simply called Contrast. I might have said Conquest originally. It's Contrast. Great music, great atmosphere, great looking game. Everything about it, lighting is awesome, and the whole works. So, last game is Minecraft on the Vita. I think Minecraft, like it or not, it's an innovative game. It's an ingenious game. It's not for everybody. I go through phases myself. There's some times where I get really obsessed and want to play for it for like days on end. You really have to go into the game wanting to do something. You have to kind of make your own fun, and I think that's what Minecraft's about. I go through some dry spells as well, where I put the game in play literally for 2 or 3 minutes, and be like, I'm bored. I'm not quite sure. I don't really want to do anything in the game. So you go through those phases. It's kind of like The Sims. But if you play it on the Vita, it's really great on the Vita. Dust those Vitas off. Vita got a great game there. I'm going to wrap things up with, these are older games, but these are some that I picked out. I, again, got 100 plus games over this past year. Not all of them are brand new. Some of them are old, like some of these games here. I'll start with the Atari. This is a great one, Ghost Manor for the Atari. I'm going to do a separate video on this. This is how much I like this game so much. It's unique. It's a horror game for the Atari. And actually one of the first, maybe not the first, but one of the first, it could be the first, where you can actually choose your own character. You can actually be a boy or a girl. You can choose which character you want to play as. And we don't really see that much on the Atari. So this is definitely an innovative game for that purpose. than the original, but just as fun. Just as fun. I got this in 2014 as well. Brilliant. Just love it. I love the Zelda. I never had the original Zelda game. I, of course, played it, and I have it in the Zelda collection for the GameCube. I've seen it, but it was the gray cartridge, and I just never wanted the gray cartridge. I always held out for getting it here in the wild, and I just saw it just a couple months ago, the gold cartridge for the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. So I got it. I didn't have to go online and get it. It's a little scuffed up here in the corners, but actually it works just fine, and it looks still pretty good. So still a lot of fun. And getting a little bit more modern games that didn't come out in 2014, but I picked up that I thought were noteworthy. Killzone Trilogy. I only ever played the first game on the PS2, so this was a great way to get all three games, even that first one's remastered a little bit, all the DLC and whatnot. It's a good shooter. It was always supposed as Sony's Halo killer. I never thought it was as good as Halo, but in its own universe, it's actually a pretty good game. If you do get one Killzone game, I actually recommend one from Vita. It's Killzone Mercenary. Amazing first-person shooter experience on the PlayStation Vita. And last but not least, this is the last thing for the video. Again, it didn't come out last year. Actually, it was an early Xbox 360 game, but it's only on the 360. Star Trek Legacy. I do enjoy me some Star Trek games, and this game is pretty good if you're a Star Trek fan. It follows all the series pretty well. It's nothing too exciting. It's not even all that great, but myself being a big Trekker, I really enjoy it. So that's been a lot of fun as well. So that's it. Again, thank you. I appreciate anyone watching, thinking that it's worth your time to watch these videos. It's much appreciated. And yeah, my endings kind of take always a long time, me saying thanks and everything. So I'll just end it right here. Thanks for watching, everybody.